Paradigm Shift, episode 204, with not one but two beautiful, brilliant, dynamic, awesome guests on. Could not be more pumped. How you guys doing? How's 2025 coming? Are we on track? Are we with the right people in the right environments? Are we thinking bigger? Uncle Dave, see you on. Gonna bring you on right now. Let's get this party started. Let us know how you guys are feeling and what you're most pumped about in the comments. And drop any questions. Wow, I look a little, I don't know, maybe weathered from that run this morning. Yvonne, we're going to bring on less than five. There he is. Well, thank God, Baruch Hashem.
What is going on?
How you doing, handsome? Where are you?
I am at home. Just got done celebrating Valentine's Day with my beautiful Valentine, and got a big week ahead of us as well. So we're going San Francisco, Chicago, SoFi. So we're back on track. This was the only week that I will be home so far scheduled through July. I spent an entire week in Orange County.
Beautiful. Nice.
It was beautiful. It was awesome.
What did you do for Valentine's Day, Casanova?
Oh, so my wife and I spent the day together, of course, after all my non-negotiables in the earlier morning, but we left at 8:30 or so in the morning, spent the entire day together, had lunch. I surprised her with some gifts, came home, went to the Montage for a romantic dinner. We eat like old people, so 5:15 Valentine's reservation, and then came home, spent some time with the main man Miles, and had our own private time when Miles decided to go play with his friends as well. So it was an awesome day.
Nice. How long was the private time? 30
Uh,
seconds?
yeah, and I think that's it. Over. I don't like to oversell anymore, so quantum in my being is overselling. So I won't say back end selling because that would have the wrong connotations of things. So I don't know. I'm a commercial lover.
Understood. Hey, Dave, I want to acknowledge you. You nailed your Super Bowl prediction.
I did. I can't believe Patrick Mahomes didn't ruin it for me once again, but it sure was fun to see him be human and have to deal with what every other quarterback feels when they play the Chiefs. It was fun to watch him deal with his own medicine, and the better team won, as I said, and it was nice to know that Patrick Mahomes is human.
That's a good point. That was a mauling. That was a pretty nice ass beating.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, and I took great joy because my two favorite teams are the Los Angeles Chargers and whoever plays the Kansas City Chiefs. So it was good. It was a great year for me because the Chiefs did not win, and my Buckeyes won the national championship in football. So probably beyond the Chargers winning the Super Bowl, it was the second best outcome I could have imagined for college and pro.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to bring on our first guest, Yvonne. Super pumped. I see Helene Siegel on here. My mom. I'll see you in a couple hours going to Long Island today.
Nice.
Yes, I'll give her a big hug for you.
Please do. I love your family.
Thank you. Love you. Speaking of awesome, talented, and beautiful, hey Yvonne, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
We're doing great. Good morning. Where are you dialing in from?
So I'm in southern Utah.
Very nice.
Nice. South Jordan.
I'm in St. George. Yeah.
Oh, real South. Yeah, right
Yeah.
on. We Dr. J and I had a little golf course venture in St. George. What a great place.
Yeah, we have the brand new PGA Golf Resort going in right now. That's where we hold our women's conference. Yeah.
What an awesome thing. That is great. I love it there.
Yeah.
Yvonne, you look great. Thank you for joining us. You have awesome content and super pumped to share you with our communities and so forth. And one of the things I saw you talking about, and I've heard this before, but for some reason I saw you talking about it today and it hit me differently. And I just want to open up the conversation right there. How important is it for you to start your day off with showing up for yourself?
100%. Like I have to prime myself. It's me filling up my cup first so I can give my best to the world every day. Every day. Non-negotiable.
What does that look like for you? What does that consist of?
So my alarm goes off at 3:45 in the morning. I hit the ground in gratitude to my creator. and then I stretch, move my body, I journal, I meditate. Then I get to the gym. I do an hour and 30 minutes at the gym, and then I come home and I get in my hot box, my sauna, and then I get my kids off to school.
Dave, talk about a nice regimen right there.
Yeah, she is amazing. And understanding non-negotiable behavior and negotiable behavior. So, talking about relationship to circumstance, so many of us don't have the right relationship with circumstance. And so we don't have the non-negotiable behaviors that make life so difficult for us because one, circumstances arise every day. Uncertainty outside of us exists at all time except for time itself. And so to notice people that are successful have a relationship and use the certainty of time in order to effectuate prioritization of the circumstances as they form. So people have non-negotiable behaviors, sleep, health was mentioned, family was mentioned. So those are, for me, the three things that most people, if you don't have non-negotiable, non-circumstantial time relegated towards the effectuation of that activity, you're not going to get 90% of your success. You're not going to get the acceleration, aggregation, and expansion that the universe provides to you. So it's so aligned with only difference between us is I don't need an alarm. I at 4 a.m. and it's more the unwinding routine and 18 years of practice of sleeping and having a sleep coach. But I want to reiterate not only how impressed I am because the simple things to do are simple not to do, and most human beings will tell you they go the extra mile, but they do it every once in a while, Craig. And so they use that to justify why they're not where they want to be. Analogously, the best thing that I tell people, and two of us here are parents, so we'll know this to be true. I've never met a kid who studies 15 a subject 15 minutes a day that doesn't get an A, but I've met plenty of kids who study 15 hours on Sunday before the test and they don't get an A. And if that doesn't resonate with you for your life, understanding the minimum amount of time, the certainty of the future is time, since we're all guaranteed 24 hours of time every day, except for the last day of your life, you'll be cheated. You're not going to get the aggregation, acceleration, and exponentiality that an expansive universe provides for us. You're just going to keep interfering with it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And something about what we were talking about just hit me differently today because I think most people probably have this idea that when you start the day off and you cross something off the list, you get momentum. Like, oh, I already crossed something off the list. But there's something else bigger than that for showing up for yourself and doing something for you to really charge up and get your battery up so then you can be your best self to today. And I would just encourage everybody listening, if you don't have a routine in the morning or at least put something in there that not just you can cross off the list, but that makes you proud and gets you excited and gives you the right energy for the day. Set the tone. Yeah. Yvonne, I know that.
He's like, yeah.
I'm like, I have to have it. Like people can tell when I don't have my morning routine. Trust me, you want me to have my morning routine.
Yeah, I feel that way with my wife.
Yeah.
You can't give what you don't have either, Craig. So a lot of people, I just got off a call talking about the legs feed the lion. If you don't work out your legs, you're going to starve. And if you starve, everyone else is going to starve. And so taking, that self-care and that self-time, think about the 11 and a half hours to 12 hours that you should spend, including sleep, on your non-negotiable behavior. All of that should be self-care. So sleep, health, family, and I'm going to give the biggest misnomer with family. So many people that I work with and mentor, they use their family as an excuse. And so they actually will tell me, well, I'm doing this for my kids. No, you're not. You're not. You're not doing that for kids. In fact, a lot of times when we show up for our kids, it's not about our kids, it's about us. And so to be able to identify self care in sleep, health, family, faith, finance, most of those things are self care that allow us for the intentionality, whether it's 11 to 12 hours a day, including sleep, to spend the other awake time, the majority of our awake time, circumstantially doing what we think is best for others. But if you don't take the 12 hours, let's say, split your day, including sleep, In self-care, then there's no prioritization and no clarity and no energy. And energy could be money, it could be trust, it could be whatever it is, in order to effectuate the giving, the infinite flow of giving to others. And so that gets conceived in a ton of different ways, what's self-care and what's not.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I learned that as a mama, like my energy dictates my family home. My energy dictates my children. And so if I'm not up in the morning on my routine, filling my cup up, moving my body to move my mood, I will pass on that negative mood to my children. And then they go to school and then they have mommy's negative energy and they're sharing it with everybody else. I always call it you can be pixie dust or you can be poison, but our essence is transferable to everybody that we interact with. And so to be very intentional with our energy and how we spread our energy to others.
I love it. It's the consciousness that I am responsible.
Mhm.
Yeah. Beautiful. I wanted to ask you too, Yvonne. All three of us have probably a lot in common, but one thing is that we have interesting pasts, to say the least. And Yvonne, you talk about how your past is not a life sentence, and it can actually
Right.
be a launch pad for an incredible journey ahead. I see a lot of people, and I probably stayed there a little bit longer than I'd like to admit, stuck in their past. How has that reframe been so impactful for you?
Oh my gosh. So I do a lot of coaching for this as well, mindset coaching. And that's truly the title of my book is From Food Stamps to Fortunes. I grew up, my mother was she was single most of my life, but she chose poor men that either physically abused her or brought drugs into the home. I was kicked out of my home at 14, living on the streets. But I had big goals in my heart to do big things with my life. So I eventually got back into school, but my five siblings still live paycheck to paycheck. Some still on the system. My mother's still in debt with, maxed out credit cards and it's a mindset shift and I just looked at that life and I was like that is not going to be my life. My parents would steal groceries from the grocery store. My mom would give me a $1 food stamp coupon, and she would have me go into the gas station and get three penny candy to put the 97 cents in gas in the car for the week. That was back in the 80s, when gas was 90 or 95 cents a gallon. But I just knew for myself that wasn't going to be my life. So I went to college, I got a degree. I'm the first generation with a master's degree and the first generation millionaire. But I knew I had to break this cycle. I knew I had to break the chain. And so now the rest of my life is committed to helping other women achieve their goals and dreams and to let go of those limiting beliefs, those past labels that we took upon ourselves from our childhood. And really, I would say if Yvonne can do it, you can do it. You can create a life by design. I do believe that.
Dave, same frequency?
Oh yeah, and that's why even with the Napoleon Hill Institute, we are putting as a priority the first division, the women's empowerment division, and coming from six kids as well, from food stamps to whatever it is, it's so important with my three daughters as they have role models like Yvonne to show them a different way of looking at things. And so I really, one of the biggest things for me in utilizing the Institute is to give capital to women. The biggest atrocity to me today is as we look at diversity, equity, and inclusion, I'm transforming my mission to diversity, appreciation, and inclusion because women and men should have equal opportunity, but they're not equal. In fact, I think women are superior to men, and they definitely are extremely different. But we need to appreciate those differences in capital in the form of opportunity is the best way that we could do that. I don't know if you know this, Craig, that uh, women and women of color uh, are funded less than 2%. And if you take out Stanford graduates, it's even lower than that. The majority of women who get funded, believe it or not, are through a network of people in the Silicon Valley, some way relative to Stanford. And so if you think about statistically in a different realm of money, women are much more successful than men in leading companies, raising money, and being profitable. But yet, less than 2% are being funded. So these are the areas that we have to look to leaders like Yvonne and others. And hopefully, she'll get more involved with us as well with the Napoleon Hill Institute, because we need more women who get it and can help drive the capital to women-owned business, women innovators, to save the world. To be honest,
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm all about, reaching back and pulling up other women. We need to use our voice. I love all my sisters, regardless of race, color. Like, you're my sister, and I want to help you and serve you and use my voice and use my past experiences. Like I said, I'm on a mission, and I would love to join the Napoleon Hill. I've actually reached out to
Leona.
Cleona, Cleona a couple times.
Yeah.
So put me to work, Dave. Like, I'm whatever you
Good to
need,
hear. Good to
I
hear. Yeah,
will
I
do
know
it.
she's getting it started. So I just had a call yesterday. We're getting really close to launching the women. So I'm sure she'll be reaching out. You're top of the list. I was using this platform to reconnect.
Thank you. Yeah, honestly, whatever you guys need, I'm so full of life and energy. I'm like that energizer bunny because I'm living into my purpose, and so it just fuels you. People always ask me, Yvonne, how do you manage 9 businesses? I'm like, I live every day. I live. I have so much energy. So I always just say, God, lead me where you need me. I'll do
I
the
love
work.
that.
Your soul
Lead me
is
where
lit.
you need me. The mission brings the commission.
Yeah.
Yvonne, this was awesome. Thank you for the work that you're doing in the world. You're beautiful soul. I can't wait to connect you further. Just hold up your book one last time so we can show our
Yes.
communities.
Amazon bestseller in personal development.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you both.
Come on our other shows. Yvonne, reach out to me. We love having our other
I will.
shows. More
Thank you,
people need
David.
that book.
Thank you both.
Yvonne,
Thank
have a
you.
good weekend.
You too. Bye.
I love this show, Dave.
I love
Such
her. She's amazing.
same. We have such great souls on here. It's beautiful.
It's funny. I literally, it's earlier here, and I just got done with my non-negotiables since 4 in the morning, and her hair is different. It took me like a second when she said, "No, I live in St. George." I'm like, "Oh, I know who that is."
Yeah, speaking of dynamic, amazing, beautiful souls,
Super
welcome
energy.
back. There she
Oh,
is.
I'm so happy to see y'all. I love you both so much.
Oh,
And I'm going to see you in San Francisco
oh,
next week.
oh, yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Come and join us in San Francisco next week, Chicago, and SoFi Stadium. We got a very active week. Cool people with doing cool shit. That's what we're doing.
You want to hear a fun fact? Amberly, you were one of our first guests on the Paradigm Shift, probably a little over 3 years ago. And
Is
it's
that true? What
Yeah.
episode? What episode? You know?
Alex, if you're on here, let's find out what episode Amberly was on.
It was
Uh,
like in the very beginning.
yes.
And I
How
thank
come I look so much older and you guys look so much younger?
It was back when I was showing up on a
Look at
selfie
that.
stick with a cutoff shirt.
I created my own brand so I can wear hats and so people can't see how old I'm getting.
Oh,
Okay.
hats help. Well, I have to wear glasses now. I wanted to be able to see y'all, so that's why I have my glasses on.
I wish everything on me worked as well as my eyes. My wife, I especially probably wishes everything worked as well as my eyes.
Hey, did y'all have a good Valentine's
Oh,
Day?
the best. I'm blessed.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
How about
awesome.
you? How about you? How's your Valentine's Day?
It was good. I've had my hands full because Craig knows I have a new little puppy here who
Oh,
I don't
that's
know where she is now. That always kind of scares me.
me
But,
Me and Craig's puppy share a birthday. We're birthday twins.
January
oh,
11th, baby. That's right.
That's awesome.
Amberly, do
well,
you have the book in front of you?
Yeah, behind
I,
her.
here's the
There it is.
book.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Oh,
You must be
thank
exhausted
you.
this week,
I
my
will
friend.
bring one for you, David. I'll bring
Sign
it
it.
to San Francisco.
Please sign it.
Uh, yeah, I will do that. And guess who wrote the foreword? The
Johnny
one and
V.
only John Gordon.
Good choice.
I love John. He's
Who
amazing.
doesn't? He is amazing. He's the energy bus. He's the captain of the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I have all of his books, and I'll never forget walking in my daughter's room one day and seeing her read one of his books without me even asking her to do it. I was like, wow, okay. This is a proud mama moment right now. She's actually reading one of his books. But
I can't afford.
yeah.
I can't afford to have all his books. There's like 28 of them. So I got four kids. I got to buy college books first. So I only have like 11 of them. He won't give them to me for free either.
I know I have all his books. He's on number, I think, 32 now.
Oh, yeah, I can't afford it yet. But when I get old and have time to read them all, I'll buy them.
Yeah, yeah.
Amberly, one of the beautiful things that you talk about in the book is to never get too up and never get too down, and to stay even keeled, especially through life's ups and downs. How important is that for you?
Oh, oh my goodness. Well, it's super important. I think what's really important, and I've had to learn, is doing more self-care. And I don't mean just like getting a massage or yoga, all that's all good, but I mean creating a life that you don't want to escape from. So really tapping into what actually brings you joy, what energizes you. Like I know for me, being around my favorite people energizes me. And so I've been super excited every time I get to see you, talk to y'all. It brings me joy. And actually, the last time I saw David, the last time I saw you, you said, you were just always so happy.
Yeah,
You're just happy.
I was backstage. I remember.
Yeah, yeah, it was awesome. But I've really had to take a look. Even when I started writing my book, I was like, I'm about to write a book about joy. And my gosh, I better spark some of it. So I had to really go, you know what? What brings me joy? What fills my cup? And I think it's really important because it's easy to start filling your plate with so many things. And there are just things that I had to either dump or delegate because I was like, it's sucking the life out of me. Like for instance, I don't like being on the back end of my WordPress website. Just not fun. I would much rather be here hanging out with y'all talking to you. So I think life is always up and down, and it's important to celebrate the small wins, the small victories along the way.
So
Beautiful.
smart. We were talking earlier about self-care and non-negotiable behaviors of sleep and health and family and how people, misconceive self-care. They think what they're doing is about their family, but meanwhile, anything that doesn't help us and live in ease, may create dis-ease, is not helping our families, or they're not helping ourselves. And so understanding we can't give what we don't have, and what joy, ease, happiness, all of those things really are, um, they, for me, transmit themselves when someone like you comes on here, or someone like you is in person. You can't bullshit energy. So, right, like when someone like Amberly comes into your life, you feel it, and it doesn't matter what she says, because you know that she's living at ease, that she's allowing this energy, this all powerful, omniscient, which is an energy, intelligence is an energy, intuition and inspiration to come through her. And it's hard to even hear the words, not that I'd remember them, because I only recollect, remind, and remember with her energy, her joy. And that's what resonates in my soul and my cells, which then manifests or amplifies myself. And so I want people to realize that the truth vibrates the fastest, and it will emanate in a true joy, in a true energy. And you can lie to yourself and lie to other people. And I have, in my past, lied to myself and lied to other people. But until I got to be in a place where I'm at ease, and I constantly figure out whether it's the back end of WordPress that makes me dis-ease, or activities or people or ideas, I'm shortening that distance of resistance, and I'm picking the teams I want to play on, and the people that I want to play with, and the position I want to play, knowing that me finding those people to help me get to where I want to be or better, and me myself helping other people get to where they want to be or better is the only formula to getting everybody to a place of joy or ease. And I can't wait to read your book, by the way, to help me get even more ease in my life.
Oh, well, thank you. And you know what? I was thinking about this morning, getting to be here with y'all, and I was just like, I could listen to you all day. Seriously. Every time you speak, I'm just like, you give so much wisdom. I want to take notes, write everything down. Every time you're speaking, whether it's through here on a live or whether you're on stage, just whether you're teaching. And I'm amazed at y'all that you come on, you go live, you do your Friday trainings, everything that you do. It's such an inspiration to me. So thank you for joining on, let me join on and let me share the joy about my book.
Yeah.
And I,
Give me real quick, because I know we have a few minutes. I just want to know, I'm a takeaway person. What do you want when I read your book? What is the takeaway that you want me to have from the book of joy?
I really believe that so many people think that they will be joyous, they will be happy, they'll be when they get to a certain point, when they make a certain amount of money, they marry that person or whatever it is. And what I have found is that it's not about waiting until you get to a certain point in your life. It's about embracing gratitude and purpose in the moment. And that's what really creates that joy. And I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned and what I want to share with people is that, we all have pain, whether it's emotional, physical. And I've learned that pain and joy can coexist, and we get to choose to build upon the joy. And so, what I'm most excited for people to read are the actionable steps that you can do, that you can actively seek joy. You can go out there and do some joy spotting every single day, but more importantly, you can be a joy sparker. So you can go out there and smile at people, start to talk with them, and it's possible that joy is possible.
Yeah, I just want to say you're not a joy sparker. You are a joy sparkler. And you're just, what a sparker is just one little spark, right? You think of that little sparky thing that you use for the grill. That's not you. You're a sparkler. You're just lighting up the whole world. And I think we
Aw.
should all be more joy sparklers and admit that. I will just to tie it into the dog conversation where we started. If you have faith, then have faith in God in one respect that when we're in joy, he provides you dopamine, oxytocin, serotonins, and endorphins. So it's a doggy biscuit. He says, hey, you're at ease. Here's a doggy biscuit. You're joyful. Here's a doggy biscuit. You're giving, you're being given, you're receiving, you're asking. Here's some more doggy biscuits. But when you're at dis-ease, when you're reacting to fear in an incorrect manner, then you don't get a doggy biscuit. He spanks you with cortisol, and he, gives you a little tap and says, "Hey, hey, buddy, this is not the behavior that's going to get you to joy. So here's a little cortisol to prove that this is not the right behavior." So I want people to think in terms of a doggy biscuit. If you're doing the right things, in the course of ease or happiness or joy, you're going to get a dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin biscuit. And if you're doing the wrong things, interfering with joy, you're going to get cortisol, and that's disease. So there is a bioanatomical and a biochemical doggy biscuit that God gives us to remind us of good behaviors, of joyous behavior.
beautiful.
I love that. Yes to more doggy biscuits.
Yes.
And Amberly, I love the nugget that you gave us because I think that's one of the most important things in life is to realize that nothing external can bring you lasting joy. Maybe sparks of light, but to achieve joy, to live in appreciation is an inside job. And your book actually gives us practical ways to be able to live in that frequency. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I just love y'all so much. And Nugget says hello.
Nugget, I love it. Awesome.
Amberly, everybody can grab the book, I'm sure, anywhere. Is there a specific place, maybe bonuses that you want them to grab them, or just anywhere they buy books?
You know what? The easiest is Amazon. I had people trying to order at Barnes and Noble, and they were actually sold out at Barnes and Noble. So you can get it at Amazon. If you want some free downloadable bonuses and other amazing bonuses, you can go to go.amberlylago.com/joy and get some bonuses that I've created for you. But probably the easiest is just Amazon. So yeah.
You're the best. And Dave, where are you going to be on the road so all of our fans can stalk you?
I'm gonna be with Amberly in San Francisco, and then I'll be in Chicago. Then I'll be at SoFi Stadium. Everybody's invited. Please join our private networking group with billionaires, millionaires, entrepreneurs, celebrities, athletes, entertainers. All the community and neighborhood of people that want to help each other and know people that can help each other. And we also are going to be at the Masters and the NASDAQ. We're coming to New York twice, Craig. So come and join us.
Wait,
Just email me directly.
when are you going to be in New York?
I'll be there March 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and then I'll be there in April 5th, 14th, and 15th.
I'm so excited. We're going to be there at the same
And
time.
Craig
I've got to see you
will
in New
be
York
there.
too. Oh
Well,
my
we'll
goodness.
talk about it in San Francisco. Everybody, email me directly. I answer my own emails, david@dmeltzer.com. If you don't like email, just Google me, David Meltzer. I'm everywhere, and I'm here of service and of value. I love you both, and I'm so grateful. This is the way I get to start my weekend after Valentine's Day. I'm back in love.
Oh,
Thank you.
Love you
I
guys.
love y'all. Thank you so
Love you
Thank
much.
guys.
you.
Have a good weekend, both you
Bye,
guys.
sweetheart.
You too.
I'm talking to Craig. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye, guys. What an awesome conversation. Episode 204 in the books. And if you guys haven't already, definitely don't walk, run, go snatch a copy of Amberly's book. Maybe grab two. Give this to someone that can benefit. Also, Yvonne's. And love you guys. If you want some wisdom and some updates throughout the week, you can join our free texting community. Text 917-634-3796. And next week, we have a course starting 4 weeks how to start, launch, scale, monetize, get big guests, a podcast. If that's ever been on your heart, if you feel like you have a message and a voice, if you want to turn the volume up, feel free to reach out. It's very affordable. And love you guys. Mom and Dad, I'll see you soon. And let's have an amazing weekend, guys.